Are you looking for an electric car that won't break the bank? If you're considering a cheap electric car, make sure to check out all these affordable electric vehicles available for 2022. Smart EQ ForTwo Cabrio. The Smart EQ ForTwo Cabrio car is a tiny, two-seat, open-top city car that runs purely on electricity. It has the unique quality of being the only cabriolet and the smallest EV that is sold. Every ForTwo Cabrio comes powered by a 17 kilowatt-hour battery. Its motor gives 81 horsepower, speeds from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 11.6 seconds, and has a 70-mile capacity. It can use a 22 kilowatt-hour fast charger to power up the battery to 80% in less than 40 minutes. On the other hand, recharging it entirely at home using a 7 kilowatt-hour wall box will take up to 3 hours. This is a small car set to deliver no small pleasure. The price starts at $14,650. Mini EV Macaron. The Wuling Hongguang Mini EV from GM in China now comes in 3 pastel colors: yellow, pink, and green. And the Mini EV Cabrio convertible is slated for a 2022 release. It comes at a price of around $6,000 to $7,000. The electric motor it carries produces 20 kilowatts, 27 PS or 27 horsepower, and 85 newton meters or 63 pound-feet of torque. The small battery pack makes possible a range of up to 106 miles. People who own it can observe the charging remotely. The small Chinese EV, also called the Wuling Hongguang Mini EV, reaches 100 kilometers an hour or 62 miles per hour. GM produces it in partnership with the Chinese brand SAIC. Kandi K27 and K23. These 2 small EVs from the Chinese car company Kandi are a sight to behold. K27, with a more prominent name, is the smaller of the 2 with a 17.7 kilowatt-hour battery pack that gives a company-claimed 100 miles of range when charged fully. It produces a horsepower that is less than 30, reaching a top speed of 63 miles per hour. With a 240-volt charger, the recharge time is about 7 hours, according to Kandi. Price begins at $17,499 for this model. The bigger K23, starting at $27,499, also has a less than 30 horsepower electric motor and 41.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack to reach 188 miles of driving range on a full charge, as estimated by the manufacturer. Reaching a peak speed of 70 miles per hour, it takes a little longer, at 7.5 hours, to recharge from a 240-volt charger, as stated by Kandi. Dacia Spring Electric. The Dacia Spring Electric is considered the cheapest car in Europe. It's targeted for use in urban areas and comes with both passenger and cargo variants. Its electric motor produces 44 base horsepower and 92 pound-feet of torque, supplied by a 26.8 kilowatt-hour battery. The listed acceleration numbers of 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, or 62 miles per hour, happens in 19.1 seconds. The Dacia Spring has a claimed range of 230 kilometers, 143 miles, on the combined WLTP cycle. The battery juicing process is sped up with fast charging at a rate of up to 30 kilowatts from a CCS DC charger. It reaches a top speed of 62 miles per hour. Its price is roughly in the $20,000 range. Kia Soul EV. This is one eye-catching, boxy, fun car. It comes with a 201 horsepower electric motor with 395 newton meters of torque, sending power to the front wheels. Powering the Kia Soul EV is a large battery pack of 64 kilowatt hours that offers up to 243 miles of driving range on a full charge. Plugging it into a 100 kilowatt DC charger will recharge the battery to 80% in less than an hour. The Soul EV can speed quietly from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds, going on to reach a top speed of 104 miles per hour. Officially, this electric vehicle claims up to 280 miles of range from a single charge, but between 230 and 240 miles is what you might expect. The Kia Soul EV has a starting price of $20,350. Smart EQ ForFour. The updated Smart EQ ForFour really brings the fight to the VW E-Up and Skoda Citigo E IV with 81 miles of range. Solidly mounted under the skin, the EQ ForFour comes with a rear-mounted, 80 base horsepower motor driving the back wheels. In 12.7 seconds, it reaches its speed of 62 miles per hour. Maximum torque of 160 Newton meters is immediately accessible, helping the Smart skip around with some enthusiasm like a happy puppy. A 17 kilowatt-hour battery produces 81 miles of range. It comes with a standard 22 kilowatt onboard charger. This effectively tops up the battery from 0 to 80% in about 40 minutes. It has a starting price of $23,900. Fiat 500e. The Fiat 500e is the essence of a compliance vehicle. No one can deny the mini car's excellent efficiency, 116 miles per gallon combined, or electric range, 87 miles. With a price tag of $24,800, there are sure to be some who wish this Fiat was accessible outside of California and Oregon. Fortunately, incentives reduce the price to $24,050 for residents of those two states. Sion Electric car. This electric car by Sono Motors is dubbed the first self-charging electric car. It charges itself from the sun. Every body panel, 248 of them to be exact, will be used for solar cells. This means all the body will be covered with solar panels so that at any given time, panels are at an angle or position to receive the sun's energy. Sono has previously hinted that the solar cells could provide up to 3,600 miles of range annually, or a daily average of about 10 miles year-round. Though still in development, the car will come packed with a 35 kilowatt-hour battery pack for a total range of about 160 miles. Sono, a startup, is undoubtedly beginning its journey with some promising prospects. The price starts at $25,300. Vauxhall Corsa E. The Vauxhall Corsa E does not disappoint with a maximum range of 209 miles. Appropriately utilized with two-stage regenerative braking and an eco drive mode which reduces energy consumption considerably. It performs well and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds. Charging your Corsa E can be conveniently done at home with a wall plug, just like your smartphone. Getting its juice running at full capacity will require 7.5 hours. With fast charging, stations at 100 kilowatts can energize the battery by 80% in just 30 minutes. The price starts at $26,390. VW ID3 Pure. The Volkswagen ID3 Pure comes in various options. The performance entry level comes with a battery of 45 kilowatt hours that gives 217 miles on a single charge. It has a 148 base horsepower motor that goes from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 8.9 seconds. The next option is the variant with a 58 kilowatt hour battery and comes in handy in two power outputs. The Pro version has 143 base horsepower, while the Pro Performance has 201 base horsepower, providing 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.6 seconds during tests, covering 226 miles. The enormous Pro S 77 kilowatt hour battery powers the same 201 base horsepower motor, but 0 to 62 miles per hour takes 7.9 seconds because it's heavier. But it can do up to 336 miles on a single charge. The starting price is $27,120. Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf's standard battery pack offers an estimated range of 149 miles. The Plus model takes the driving range to 226 miles. The standard Nissan Leaf variants come with a 147 horsepower electric motor that powers the front wheels. A 40 kilowatt hour battery pack supplies the needed power. On the Leaf Plus variants, you have a bigger 214 horsepower electric motor and 62 kilowatt hour battery. The standard trim took 7.4 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Recharging is made possible with a DC fast charging connection that comes standard on all trims. Plugging the Leaf into a regular 120-volt outlet or a 240-volt outlet gives varying charging times. On a 240-volt connection, Nissan claims both the standard and Plus Leafs can be recharged in 7 hours. The starting price is $27,400. MG ZS EV. MG offers two variants for ZS EV buyers to choose from: Excite and Exclusive. Still, all battery-powered ZS EVs come with the exact battery, electric motor, and gearbox. All models are fitted with one electric motor which powers the front wheels that produce 141 base horsepower and 353 Nm of torque. This makes the car sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 8.5 seconds, which puts the MG a worthy opponent of the Peugeot E 2008, but not on par with the Kia Soul EV or Hyundai Kona Electric. It gets to a top speed of 87 miles per hour. The MG ZS EV is declared to have a maximum range of 163 miles under WLTP testing. The power supply is from a 44.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack. It also supports 50 kilowatt fast charging, which can charge the battery from 0 to 80% in 40 minutes. A 7 kilowatt household power supply will juice it up in about 6.5 hours. Volkswagen E-Up. The E-Up improves the original model with a bigger battery of 36.8 kilowatt hours to give 159 miles of range on a single charge. This gives it 0 to 62 miles per hour in around 12 seconds, but the hit of instant torque that is known with electric cars gives it the feel of being faster and more fun than the numbers indicate. It comes with standard Type 2 and CCS ports, which means the E-Up will charge up to 80% on a fast charger in about an hour, or from a 7.2 kilowatt home wall box in 5 to 6 hours. If it's plugged into a standard domestic socket, a full charge will take around 16 hours. Starting price, $29,000. Mini Cooper SE Hardtop. Mini Cooper SE Hardtop, coming at $100 shy of $30,000, was a gas-powered vehicle that evolved into an all-electric powertrain more recently. It remains stylish and exciting, with the fervor boosted to be eco-friendlier. It gives a driving range of just 110 miles on a full charge. This is provided by a front-wheel drive electric motor that makes 181 horsepower and 199 pound-feet of torque. It receives power from a 32.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack. However, only 28.9 kilowatt-hours is available for use. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds. Mini touts that the battery can be juiced up to 80% in 35 minutes with fast charging ports. At home, with 7.4 kilowatt charging, 4 hours gets the vehicle fully charged. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out these videos shown on your screen right now.